Liberal Viewer present.
So, there's been so much talk that President George W. Bush is trapped in some kind of criticism-free bubble that even Fox News is beginning to notice, as you can see somewhat astoundingly in this recent clip.
The president challenged Democrats' claims that he's only being told what he wants to hear by answering questions about Iraq at a town hall meeting.
Coming here as part of getting the message out.
But the crowd could hardly have been friendlier. Mr. Bush carried the county by a 2-to-1 margin in 2004, and all of the questions were supportive.
So, if even Fox News is noticing that Bush is in a bubble, it's not surprising that Bush would try to highlight his openness to criticism, as you can see him explaining at last night's White House Correspondents Dinner.
I appreciate the humor. I really do. I think a society that can poke fun of its political leaders is a society that's a confident society and a free society. So we're delighted to be here.
But if Bush were really highlighting his openness to criticism, why didn't he invite back Stephen Colbert or a similar satirist instead of featuring Rich Little, who admitted himself,
I want to tell you right off the top that I am not a political satirist. I'm not up here tonight to make any point politically. Believe me, I'm an impersonator, basically. Do a lot of impressions of people, and some of them are politicians. You know, I'm a nightclub entertainer that tells a lot of dumb, silly, stupid jokes.
In fact, the closest thing to criticism that Bush sat through at that dinner was a top 10 list from The Late Show with David Letterman. But that list focused on little more than presidential clumsiness and malapropisms, as you can see here.
Top 10 favorite George W. Bush moments. Here we go, number 10. Oh! Number 9.
If it feels good, do it. If you got a problem, blame somebody else.
Number 8.
The issue of immigration stirs intense emotions. And in recent weeks, Americans have seen those emotions on display. On the streets of major cities,
Number 7. Number 6.
That there be a stable Iran. Iran that is capable of rejecting Iranian influence. Iraq.
Number 5.
I like to fish.
Number 4. Number 3. Number 2.
Doing a better job of talking to each other. The left hand now knows what the right hand is doing.
And the number 1 favorite George W. Bush moment.
Now, nothing on that top 10 list even approached the way Stephen Colbert spoke the truth to power using substantive political satire in 2006. Even Rich Little seemed to notice the reasoning behind this change when he remarked,
You thought Colbert was bad.
So what do you think? If George W. Bush really wanted to dispel this impression of him being in a bubble that even Fox News is noticing, shouldn't he have invited Stephen Colbert back for an encore performance this year? And, on the much more serious question, is the abundancy of errors in the Bush administration at least partially attributable to the tremendous tendency to ignore and even stifle dissent?
I YouTube, you decide.